Coach Mel coming to you from my studio, Coach Mel's Group Fitness here in Harrington, Connecticut. Today we're going to do a little bit of resistance training with a resistance band. Now, you've probably seen these in the stores. You can get them at most, like a Walmart, Target, TJ Maxx, things like that. Unfortunately, those tend to be a little bit shorter than this one. I get these are actually Therabands, which are used by when you go for physical therapy. And I get them in a roll and I cut them to 6 feet. I find that to be a really good length because then you can do a lot of things with it. You'll see some of the moves today that we do. You really need to have that extra length. Now, if you don't have a band, that's okay. Or if your band is too short, that's okay. Remember, we can always just use those muscles by squeezing. We don't have to have the resistance. But I wanted to give you some ideas. Some of you might have these bands hanging around and you're not using them and you want some ideas of what to do with them. There's also tube bands. It's round and it has a handle at the end. We don't use those quite as much. These are a lot more flexible to be able to move your hands into any location to use it and not have the handles in your way. So it's what we prefer to use here. There's all different levels. We use red as our easiest. This is the green, which is the middle of the line. Blue is a harder, and then we have black, which is the hardest. We actually don't use black that often because I find that if people use a band that is too hard for them, their form is really poor, and I'm concerned about injury. All right, so we're going to start with a little bit of a warm-up. We're going to put the band down, and we'll use that for the warm-up, and then we'll grab it, and we're going to do everything by reps today, so no timer. We're going to do a little bit of upper work, a little bit of lower work, and then we'll do an ab move as well. All right, let's get that jog going so we can get ourselves warmed up a little bit here. And reach out and across. Remember to lift up the heel of that back foot. Reach and reach. Good. All right, let's take some squats, warm up those legs. Good, let's get 2 more here. All right, let's bring those arms up and then pull down through the back. Really love doing arm work actually with the band. There's a lot of variety of things you can do. I'm just giving you a little taste. I'll do some more some other time, don't you worry. All right, let's grab that band. So we're gonna start working in the upper body. So we're gonna bring the arms out in front, all right? I'm gonna try to show you at an angle so you can see what I'm doing. So my arms are coming right out in front of my shoulders. One hand, you're gonna just hold that band and you're gonna keep it nice and straight out in front of you. And the other one, we're just gonna rotate out to the side. So I'm just coming from in front, out to the side. Now the nice thing about the bands is that on the fly, you can change your resistance. So if this was too hard, I could just easily bring my hand out a little bit further on that band, and it's easier. If it was too easy, just start with those hands closer together, and that makes it really hard. All right, one more on this side. All right, I like to drop and give a little shake out there. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side, so bring it back up, holding that one still now. I'm bringing it out to the side. I have a slight bend in my arm, not much at all. You wanna pull this through the shoulder blade in the back. Good. Pull it out and in. So abs are nice and tight, standing nice and tall. Both arms are working, it's just one is moving, the other one is holding that in place. Good, let's get 2 more on this side. And last one. All right, so now for just 4 reps, we're gonna bring both of them out to the side, open out wide, that band comes right into your chest, and then come back to the center. Open out wide and center. You should be feeling this in your shoulders by now. Now again, you don't have to have the band. You can be doing this just squeezing. All right, we're gonna go out one more time, and now it's the real burn. We're gonna pulse 2. So I'm just going back and forth a little bit. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and you'll be relieved to drop that. You should feel that up in the shoulders big time. All right. We're going to work the triceps. It is going to get the shoulders a little bit again, but this time I want you to take the band behind your back. Palms are facing away from you. Okay, so I want to show you from the back so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to lift those arms up and out, not all the way, about a 45-degree angle, up and out. I'm squeezing the upper back portion of my arm, my triceps, and then let it come down. Exhale on that up and down. Keep those palms facing back. Again, if this starts to get too hard, just separate your hands at the beginning. Bring them a little bit further away, and it'll be a little bit easier. Good. Let's get 2 more here. All right. Last one. We're going to do that pulse again. So I want you to bring those hands out right here and pulse it up and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and release. Woohoo! All right. We're going to work the biceps next. So we're going to do it in what's called a concentration curl. So you're going to put the band under one foot. Now I'm doing it this way so that if you have a shorter band, you're still going to be able to do it. Bring your feet out nice and wide, and you're going to come down into like that sumo position. All right. Elbow is directly against the inner thigh, and then you're going to curl. So I'm coming across, squeezing, getting that bicep. Let it drop down and up. Control that. Don't let the band snap you down. You need to control that down. You're working in both directions when you're working with bands. Let's get 2 more on this. My legs are burning a little bit too, so you're working the legs when you're in this position. All right. We're going to bring it over to the other side. Again, stand on it with one foot. Bring the feet out wide, toes are out. I'm going to sink down, put my elbow in the inner thigh, and then I'm going to control that. You can probably see my hand shaking a little bit as it comes down. That's because I'm controlling that so that it doesn't snap down. Controlling that resistance. Good. Up and down. Good. Let's get 3 more here. 2 more. And last one. Good. Another move that I like to do a lot with the band, and even if your band is a little bit shorter, you'll be able to do this one, is a row, a nice narrow row. So I'm standing on the band with both feet, my knees are bent a little bit, and I'm just bringing those elbows right up by my ribs, row. Really focusing on squeezing through the center of your back. If that's not enough resistance, reach down, start lower, and you'll get a nice squeeze in the center of your back as you come up. Good. Weight should be in your heels. Knees are bent and I'm hinged forward a little bit, so I'm also working on the butt while I'm working on the back. Let's get 2 more here. Last one. All right, let me show you a couple of different things that you can do for legs. So we're going to do crisscross of that band. So we're still standing on it with both feet. I'm crisscrossing the band. We're going to take a wide step squat. So we're going to come out, squat into that, and come up. Nice wide and up. Wide and up. Good. Stepping out, bringing it up. Stepping out, bring it out. Again, you can change your resistance by pulling on that band a little harder. That side step gets a little harder, a little more resistance as you're pushing yourself back up. Good, let's go back over one more time. All right, A definite favorite move of mine is something that I call tick-tock. So you're gonna bring that band up. I rest my hands right on my hip bones, all right? And you're just gonna lean and lift. Lean and lift. So you're gonna feel this right in the back here, where everything's connecting. Lean and lift. As you shift that weight from side to side, you have a slight bend in the knee. Don't lock it out on me. Side to side. Oh yeah, the booty's feeling that one. Let's keep going a little bit more. We got that good burn. Let's keep it going. Let's get 3 more here. 2 more. Last one each side. Woo! All right. We're gonna unwrap our band. We're gonna work the back of the legs now, the hamstring, and we're gonna do it with a deadlift. So we're gonna reach way down. I'm down right around my ankles, and I pull up. That gives me a lot of resistance on that. Okay, I'm gonna show you kind of from the side. So from here with my shoulders back, my feet are under my hips, I'm gonna just hinge forward, slight bend in the knees. You'll feel the stretch in those hamstrings. Now push up through your heels. That's where you get the resistance from the band. Squeeze all the way up the back of the legs to the butt. Hinge at the waist. Squeeze and come up. Excellent. Keep that going. Big exhale as you come up, squeeze in and hinge. Push through those heels, squeeze on the up. Take your time on these, don't rush through them. Really focus on the squeeze. Again, you can be doing this without the resistance band, just using your body weight resistance, really pushing your heels into the floor, pushing yourself away from the floor. Let's get 2 more here. And let's get 1 more. All right, while you're standing with all that resistance, we're gonna go right into an ab move for the obliques. So we're gonna lean to the side, come up, other side, and up. Good. So make sure that you're not shrugging your shoulders on this. I'm just leaving my arms straight down by the side, using the obliques, the sides of the abdomen, to tilt myself side to side. You also don't want to do this with your neck, all right? Leave your head right in the middle, side to side. Excellent. Over we go. So again, this is one that you can do with a shorter band, because as you see, I really reached down and pulled up on my band. All right, last one right here. Good. All right. Now this is one that would be difficult to do with a shorter band. So take your band and put it just under 1 foot. All right. You're going to hold that band with both hands. All right. We're going to work the abs again. We're going to bring those hands up and out. So from here, I'm rotating, pulling those hands up, and then coming back down. Coming from that foot, up and out, and back down. I am rotating up on my foot. Now make sure that your band is right underneath the middle of your foot so it doesn't snap up on you. This is where the flat band is better than the tubing, because the tubing is more apt to slip and roll off your foot while you're doing this. Squeeze those abs, pull that up there. Of course, we're getting the shoulders again. Getting a little bit in the legs here. Let's get 1 more on this side. All right, let's switch that over to the other foot. We're gonna do the same thing on this side. Grab that band with both hands, out and up, and bring it down. Out and up, and bring it down. Good. Big exhale, squeeze as you come up, and let it come back down. Rotate on that toe. And down. Let's get 3 more on this side. and take with you on an airplane, in the car, whatever. I have something here called Boot Camper Bag, which basically it's got cards that tell you the exercises to do, and you take a couple of bands, and it's great because it does give you some resistance without having to carry around big old weights. All right, let's do some stretching, and then we will be done for today. So heel down, toe up, little lean forward here. Let's stretch that hamstring that we worked during those deadlifts. And let's bring that over to the other side. Heel down, toe up. Come forward with a nice flat back. Have a bend here, straight out in front with that heel down. Good. It's got a nice quad stretch, so bring that foot up behind, knees together, roll the hips forward, squeeze in that quad, pushing the foot down into your hand. You can do this against the wall, you can do it on a chair. And other side, knees together, push that toe down. Good, let's bring it out nice and wide. Come on over to the side. Knee stays right in line with that foot and ankle. Leg is straight, and I have a hinge forward to feel that nice stretch in the inner thigh. Other side. All right, let's come on up. Reach those hands behind you. Down, push them back and out. Squeeze through those shoulder blades, open the chest. And come around the front. Push those hands out, separate the shoulder blades. And bring one arm up and back. I'm reaching towards the center of my back here. Giving a little tug on the elbow, stretching that tricep. And the other side. Alrighty, that wraps up our 10-minute tidbit for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed that and you see that using a resistance band, you can do a lot more with it. Definitely, we can do things behind your back. You can get on the floor and do things. We sit in a chair and do some ab work with it. So I will definitely bring you more at a later date, but for now, that is it. So thank you for joining me. I hope to see you back here real soon, and have a wonderful day, everyone.